freaks and geeks out there in podcast land. It's Sunday, September the 8th, and you know what that means. You got yourself another brand new football-filled, jam-packed, and smoked-out episode of the Doctor's Orders podcast with the 512 Foot Doctor. The podcast where I meet with some of the most creative and influential people that I know to share stories from the ride of life. As always, I'm your host, the 512 Foot Doctor, coming at you live, local, and direct from the one and only studio of Life or Death. If you're a returning freak or geek, thank you very much for checking back into our regularly scheduled appointment. And if you're new here, tuning in for the first time, welcome to the Freaks and Geeks family. Freaks and Geeks, like I just stated, what is today? Today is September the 8th, 2024, and today is officially week 1. I know it started on Thursday, but this is the special day. This is Sunday. We're talking football. We're talking football here, Freaks and Geeks. This is officially the first Sunday of the football season, and I couldn't be more ecstatic about it. So much so that we are resegmenting this journey, this next 18 weeks on this podcast, and strictly devoting it to the analysis of football, strictly devoting it to the analysis of two football teams. I said, that's right, Freaks and Geeks. I said two football teams in particular. But as long as you've known me for the hours of episodes that I've dropped, you've only known me to rep one team and one team only. So if it's going to be two, what the fuck is going on with that? Well, officially, as of today, I present to you the Doctor's Orders podcast with the 512 Foot Doctor presents AFC Central Revisited with your hosts, the 512 Foot Doctor, and our new second voice for this next 18-week journey. You know him. You love him. He's been here time and time and time again. And we got something special cracking off for you. Douglas Haseman out in Houston, Texas. I'm going to drop the episode and drop the feed in just a second, but a little setup to what we got going on here. So, as we know, the Foot Doctor covers the Steelers. Douglas Haseman covers the Houston Texans. Two perspectives from two different teams, but Doc, what the fuck is the AFC Central? I don't know what that is. Well, Freaks and Geeks, prior to this current divisional breakdown that we have in the NFL, I forget the date. I remember it in the 90s. I want to say like 99, 96 was somewhere around 99, I think, when the league went over and revamped and kind of restructured their AFC, NFC divisional breakdowns. Prior to that, in the 90s, there was such a thing called the AFC Central. And in this division, it was compiled of the Houston Oilers, the Pittsburgh Steelers, the Cleveland Browns, and the Cincinnati Bengals. No Ravens at that time, Freaks and Geeks. Think about that. So, to pay homage to the past, to connect with my buddy, our fellow freaking geek, Douglas Haseman, to the games of the past and going on to analysis of the future, we've dubbed this show the AFC Central Revisited. You're going to get a lot of in-depth analysis on both of those teams, the Steelers and the Texans, throughout the week. You're going to get some good, because we are, hate to break it to you, Freaks and Geeks, we are two well-versed motherfuckers when it comes to those teams. We love those teams. As you've heard Douglas talk time and time again of his times in the past of performing with the band, I'm not gonna butcher it, Doug, but I forgot the name. I think Steel Band, Thunder Band, I think, but sorry, I butchered that. Douglas used to be on the bands, the pet band for the Houston Texans. And I myself have talked day in and day out about trips and analysis and my thoughts on the city of Pittsburgh and the teams. So that's why we're doing it. That's why we're covering it. And we're going to give you information throughout the week. We're going to drop on Sundays just before the game starts, give our predictions, give our analysis, because, we've been fucking in the mind of a Houston Texans, and we've had the mindset of a fucking Pittsburgh Steeler for a very long time. Okay, it comes into our lives and comes into our heads fucking every day. I can almost say I'll speak for Doug on that sense, that I can guarantee we think about sports every day and we think about our squads every day. So, without further ado, freaks and geeks, welcome to the AFC Central Revisited podcast or show, whatever. We're gonna see. We're spitballing, all right. Nevertheless, please welcome. Put your hands together, freaks and geeks, for our friend, our fellow freaking geek, and our head correspondent in the sports room for the Houston Texans, Douglas Haseman. Enjoy the show. I'll chime in later at the end. Appreciate you. We progressed through the Hall of Fame game. We progressed through fucking 3 weeks of preseason. I was fucked off, and in my mind, starting last Monday, was like, all right, football's going to be fucking September 1st. But no, bitch, it's not. So that's the high I was riding, and it got crashed on fucking Thursday with one of my buddies who was like, that shit ain't until next week, dude. I was like, fuck. So,
yeah, I wish it was today.
Yeah, me too. So much.
I'm off today and I work next Sunday,
Yeah.
So it's like I was. I knew from I think 2 weeks ago. I was like, it's not going to be till the 8th or whatever.
Yeah.
Or Thursday. I guess it starts Thursday technically.
Yeah, so Thursday is going to be Ravens Chiefs. That's what that is.
That'll be a good one.
Yeah, I don't know where that's at. I'm assuming that's going to be at Kansas. But I'm not sure. I haven't checked in that much. But I'm going to throw out some numbers for you and throw out some just the scores in general. So, Hall of Fame game, it was Texans versus the Bears, 21-17. That got called in the third quarter due to fucking weather.
Yeah,
so,
we would have won if it didn't get called, yeah. I think.
Y'all are pretty aggressive on defense, and y'all got some heavy shit going on offense, but I saw some good fucking wide receivers hitting their fucking marks and getting some good receptions, but I saw some heavily aggressive fucking defensive stands, defensive takeaways, fucking picks and shit. So that was my big takeaway throughout the entire just preseason itself.
Yeah, the only thing I'm worried about is the running game, because I'm pretty sure, I don't know if they've said anything about it, I'm pretty sure Joe Mixon is injured.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I really don't think that they came out and said that, but I know that he was like sitting out of a lot of practices, and the way that Coach Ryans was talking about it, he was like, yeah, I'm not worried about Joe Mixon, blah, blah, blah. So the way he answered the question when the reporter asked, I was like, he's injured.
Yeah.
And that was early. That was like training camp. I'm pretty sure. I think it was a hamstring or something. I think one beat reporter said that. But anyway, yeah, Pierce looks okay, but nothing like the first season. And then who's the other guy we got? There's Singletary went to the Bills. There was one other running back. I can't remember the other new running back we have. But I'm worried about that. The passing game is going to be fine.
I want to look that up. Y'all's starting like offensive starting offense, started defense all together. Let me see if I can fucking pull that up real quick. And I want to look up the Steelers ones too, the depth chart.
Yeah, I'm down the computer. I wish I could help you out.
I got you. So your starters are going to be C.J. Stroud, Joe Mixon, Stephon Diggs, Nico Collins, Tank Dell. Tank Dell. That's your QB, running back, 3 wide receivers, tight end Dalton Schultz, left tackle Laramie Tunsil. Let's see, left guard Keon Green, center Juice. I see you, Juice Scruggs. Right guard Shaq Mason, and right tackle Titus Howard. What else you got? Your defense, you got, I don't know what this Q stands for. What the fuck does that mean? Left defensive end? I might be I'm confused on the fucking acronyms for.
Oh yeah, the defensive abbreviations. I don't even know.
Yeah, those are
I know, like linebacker.
You got Will Anderson, Mario Edwards at left defensive tackle, right tackle. Fuck, I can't say that name. These Hawaiian names I can't say for shit. Fularusu Fakatuka. That's a butchered one.
Yeah, one like 202. There's one that's like 202 or something like that.
Henry Toto or something like that. Yeah, that's that guy.
Sure.
He's a linebacker.
They're good. They're all good, though.
Yeah. Jake Hansen, middle linebacker. What you got here? Left cornerback Derek Single. What is that? Stingley Jr.
Oh, Stingley's. Yeah, he's great.
Strong safety Jalen Petrie.
Yeah, he's great.
Another safety. I don't know what FS. Oh, yeah, probably. Y'all had some mad shit going on defense.
Yeah.
Jimmy Ward. Then you have cornerback, I believe, is Kamari Laster. And I don't know what NB is. Fuck, I got to catch up on those. Miles Bryant. Yeah. Freaks and Geeks, for next week, I'm going to have my shit together for the defensive abbreviations because I didn't do shit on that.
We get all the X's and O's down.
Yeah.
Wait, look up the other two running backs though. I know, so it's Mixon,
Damon Pierce, Dare Ojabagolo something. Yeah. And then
he's pretty good.
Cam Akers is your fourth.
That's the guy. Okay, yeah. So he's burned me a bunch in fantasy. And I was worried about him. He's been injured and stuff, but he looked really, really good on the last preseason game.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of excited. He might be the number 2 right behind Joe Mixon.
You think so?
Or really number 1 if Joe Mixon's injured. Yeah, I think so.
So Steelers-wise, of course, QB, Russell Wilson, running back 1, Najee Harris, wide receiver 1, George Pickens, 2, Van Jefferson, 3, Calvin Johnson, tight end, Pat Freiermuth, left tackle, Dan Moore Jr., I think that's correct. Left guard, Isaac Seumalo. Center, Zach Frazier. I'm happy about that because that's who they drafted, and I think that's going to be good. If your center's shit, it's not going to work out for you on offense. Right guards, James Daniels, and right tackle, Broderick Jones. That motherfucker's been not doing his shit over there on the fucking right side, and he's been giving up a lot of sacks. And I'm like, it got me fucked off because it was like, dude, that's what you got drafted for. That's what I don't know. That's what you're here for. And you came. I forget where he came from. I'm not going to say where it is. I want to say like Alabama, but I doubt it because I know that's all Najee and shit. But he ain't been fucking holding up. And then
I remember he was good when he first started. He was like really good.
Yeah, but I don't think he's ever like played his true position at for the Steelers. Like they've always moved him around. But right tackle might be his shit. I know for a hot minute he was playing one of the guards, I think right guard. But he's been fucking letting a lot of shit go by on that fucking right side to get for fucking sacks. Left defensive end, Larry Ogunjobi. What is this? NT. I don't know what the nose tackle. There I do. There you go. Keanu Benton. Right defensive end, Cam Hayward. He's going to come through. That motherfucker's like, I only got like 3 more years, including this one, so hurry the fuck up. You got your linebacker, TJ Watt. I'm hoping that's fucking defensive player of the year. Patrick Queen. That's a big move from fucking the Ravens. That's supposed to be big. Landon Roberts. I don't know much about him. He's a linebacker. Strong linebacker is Alex Highsmith. He's going to do work. Dante Jackson. I don't know much on him. Your strong safety, Deshaun Elliott. I think he's done good stuff in the past. Of course, you got your other safety, FS. I got to figure that out. Mika Fitzpatrick. He's going to come through. Right cornerback, I believe Joey Porter Jr. He did good, but he's got to fucking work on his hands and not fucking getting called for PIs and shit. And then Beanie Bishop is another back. I don't know who, but Cameron Sutton's supposed to be in front, but he's got that fucking like half a season suspension. Of course, kicker Chris Boswell. And then I know there's a new punter, Cameron Johnston. I'm glad they got that previous punter out of there. They brought him, I forget what the fuck his name was. They brought him in, drafted him, and he wasn't for shit. He was supposed to be good, and it just didn't turn out for his shit at all. I think he was there for like 4 seasons, and then this one, finally, they fucking released his ass. But that's that on the starting fronts for both teams. Let's take it down the line a little bit more. We got preseason week 1 was Steelers versus Texans. That was at Pittsburgh. That popped off at 20-12. Did you fuck with that at all?
No, I don't think I got to see any. I saw like the beginning of that game.
Yeah.
I had to work that day. Yeah, I don't remember anything from that game.
Yeah.
That feels like forever ago.
Yeah.
What was that, 4 weeks ago? 5
Something
weeks
like
ago?
that.
That feels like last year.
Yeah.
That's pretty.
So Westbrook my fault. My fucking head gets fucking Wilson and Westbrook tied up, even though it's not even the fucking same sport.
Yeah.
I struggle with that so much. So they didn't play Wilson at all, and for the most part, I want to say at least a quarter, maybe a little into 2 quarters. They played Justin Fields, and it looked okay. It didn't look great. I feel like that motherfucker struggles in, I don't want to say confidence, but he tries to like make plays after the pocket's crushed, and he takes his time. And he understands his like mobility and shit and what he can do with that, but there's a big risk factor when you're relying that much on your mobility. You're gonna get fucking cracked somewhere along the field.
Yeah.
So that was that one. Preseason week 2, it was Texans versus New York Giants. That was at NRG. Y'all took that 28-10. That's a nice little, again, aggressive. Like, I think y'all are putting up these good numbers because of y'all's defense. Because y'all's defense is getting some good takeaways in opponent territory and just returning them with ease.
Yeah. Yeah, the defense is going to be, I think, our strong suit.
I think so. And that's only going to help fucking CJ Stroud, because it's like, dude, if they're doing their job and I can get easy work like that on the fucking opponent's like 30 or 20, or just even in their territory, I'm going to be made all day long. I got to do half less of the work than I would if I was buried at the fucking my 30 or some shit. Speaking on that, how do you feel about the fucking the new kickoff rules?
I like it, kind of. I mean, it looks
weird as shit.
A little weird, yeah. But I think it's going to be good. The ones that I've seen, I think I saw in all the preseason I watched, I think I saw 3 kickoffs.
Yeah.
And they were like return, because the returns are the same, right? Or is it just kickoffs that are different?
It's just
the returns are different also, right?
They're lined up a lot closer.
Yeah. So those returns, I feel like are coming out further than they were, which is fun.
Yeah. I don't like that you can't fucking pooch it, or you can't do onside shit anymore. Like, that's completely gone.
Oh yeah, you only get 1 onside kick a game, or you have to be in the 4th quarter.
See, I didn't know this. This I don't know.
Yeah, I think the new rule is you have to be in the 4th quarter, and you have to be either winning or, I can't remember if you have to be winning. I think you have to be losing.
Let me check that out.
It has to be in the 4th quarter. Yeah, check the new rule. Which I don't like, because I've always said if I was a coach, I would practice onside kicks nonstop. I would do an onside kick like 4 times a game.
Yeah. All right, so here you go. This is teams can only attempt an onside kick in the 4th quarter. A team can only attempt an onside kick if they're losing. A team must let the officiating crew. Oh, that's fucked. A team must. Yeah, you got to let the officiating crew know. So it's that sucks, dude.
If I was a coach, I would have like a surprise onside kick. Once a quarter, probably. I'd just be like, onside kick. Why not?
That last one sucks. I could get down with the first 2 elements of it, but it's just, I don't fuck with that last one. That's kind of shit. I don't like the way it looks. I think it's fucked that it's got to like land in that. I don't even know what the kick zone. I forget where the return zone or some shit like that. It's got to land in that little box between like the goal line and the 10 or the 15 or something like that. If it goes anywhere else, it's a fucking redo. I believe. I'm sure. So that's kind of whack.
Weird.
I don't even know.
Why
I don't even know if it's a redo. I think it's just a fucking. We're taking it out to like the 35 or some shit like that automatically.
Yeah, I was watching the Astros game earlier, and it was like 30 minutes into the game, is the fourth quarter, and I was thinking about like why they keep changing the rules in the sport.
Mm-hmm.
Like every sport just keeps changing rules.
Yeah,
it's just like it's worked so well for so long.
Pitch
like,
clock in baseball, I dig. It speeds up the game, and it makes you do your shit. I just like it because it speeds up the game, and we're not going late. And you've got a good structure to end in a good amount of time.
That was kind of what I liked about baseball, though.
Yeah.
I liked that it was a long, leisurely game.
Yeah, I agree with that. I can get down with that. But back to your like changing of the rules. For football, they're always going to throw that safety thing at you, and that kind of just sucks. It sucks. Like, do better things in other areas, not with the rules. Fucking, let's work on better equipment. Let's work on better whatever. Just don't change the rules. The rules should stay locked the fuck in. And as frequently as they change them, it's every season they're making adjustments, and it's like, damn, dude, like I thought y'all had y'all shit together.
Yeah, and I guess as long as they're getting, new commissioners, it's going to keep happening. But I don't know.
It's also weird that they're not like heavily impacting college for that much. Like they're still in the same structure for kickoffs and shit like that.
Oh yeah, that is weird. And I feel like they're almost taking more from the XFL. Like once they which I do. There's some things like if they're gonna change the rules, like the drastic change is kind of more like the way that the XFL does the 1 point, 2 point, or I think it's just like 2, 3, 4, or 1, 2, 3 extra points or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I like that. Like you can go for 3.
Oh yeah. See, I don't know much about that, but I know there are some like different rules and whatnot.
But at the same time, like I think I'm just getting old, man. Because like the classic, just like you can only score this.
Yeah.
Like it makes the math more competitive almost.
Yeah.
Where you know the options that you have. Like that the other team has, you know, it makes it much more like chess-like.
Yeah, I dig it for sure. I agree. Let's go into week 2 again. Y'all took it from the Giants, 28-10. Week 2 for Steelers. I was fucking shook on it. I told you about that one. That was Steelers versus Bills in Pittsburgh, 9-3. Bills.
Oh yeah,
no touchdowns. Straight defensive game, which ordinarily I like. I'll love that sometimes, like late November, late December. Fuck that. Put some fucking y'all need to be scoring touchdowns. Like fuck score. Don't even go for the fucking field goal. Go for the fucking fourth. Keep doing it.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense not to.
It just sucked. I don't like that feeling when no one gets in the fucking end zone. It just fucking sucks balls. So preseason week 3. Let's see, Texans versus LA Rams. That was in Houston, 17-15, a little closer game. 17-15. I watched a little bit of highlights on that a second ago, but not too much. So I don't have much to talk on that, but I would assume
I watched a good amount of that game.
How was that?
Was the one where Cam Akers was really popping off. That is also his old team. I don't know how much of their defense is the same as when he played there. But they could have, A, been taking it easier on him, and B, he might have just kind of known who he can fuck with and who he can't fuck with, you know? But he did look great on that game.
Yeah.
Stroud looked good. I think Stroud sat that whole game. He might have played like 2. I think they let him get 1 touchdown. It was like 2 plays, 3 plays. He got a touchdown and they took it.
Yeah.
And then we had, I guess they put Keenum in for the rest of that game. And I don't know if our backup's going to be Keenum or Mills, but either way, is going to be a good backup quarterback situation because both those guys they're veterans, they know how to play and stuff like that. So yeah, that was my main takeaway from the Rams game because I think it was Keenum, and I think he was playing not great, but still getting the job done, you know?
Yeah.
So I was watching him play after watching Stroud, it's like, he's clearly not great, but he's getting the job done for sure.
He can learn. That's the best thing that having this.
I would say Stroud's learning more from him because Keenum's like my age, or
Yeah.
maybe like a little bit younger than me. He was at U of H when like we were in college, I'm pretty sure, or maybe the year we graduated was his first year or something. But he's not that much older or younger than.
Yeah. Okay, I got you. I didn't know that.
So yeah, he's probably like the veteran presence.
Yeah.
He's more of, I think he's going to be more of like a coach type, like, you know, like a quarterback coach, an extra quarterback coach.
Yeah.
And then Mills dug us out of like a bad season. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So in 2022, Mills like carried the team, which is sad to say, but I mean, he carried us to like a what, 4-12 season or whatever it was. I don't remember. It was bad. But so either way, I'm pretty confident with the direction the quarterback room is going to head in. Either way, like even if, God forbid, you know, Stroud gets fucked up in like the second, third week or something like that.
Yeah, that's always fucking scary when that shit happens to your fucking starting quarterback, the dude that you got everything invested in.
Yeah,
and it's like, fuck, what the fuck?
And I think our O-line is pretty good. I think we invested in our O-line, but that, you know, it's still a game of chance and a game of luck as much as it is skill.
Mm-hmm.
So
y'all played 4 games and y'all took 3 of them. The 4th one's up in the air because it was called due to weather.
Yeah, that should have been 4. But going undefeated in the preseason is
shit.
A bad sign.
Yeah.
So that did kind of worry me.
I don't know why it's a bad sign though. I don't understand why. Like, what the fuck is it about?
I don't know. I think what it is, and I'm kind of combining something I heard somebody say with my own feelings, but it's like I heard somebody say like the way teams get messed up in like those last few weeks of preseason is you have like new guys playing and they're playing against somebody's second, third string, so you're like, man, this guy's killing it. Like I need him on my team. And you can get him on your team, and then he goes out against like the number ones
because you don't got experience.
Like, hits the bed. Yeah. So I think like if you're going undefeated in preseason, it's like you're beating up on like second, third, fourth string guys that won't even be making the team. And so then you're like, oh, you got all this confidence, and so you're going into the season like A, with the wrong guys on the field, and B, the coaching staff and players have this confidence like, oh man, we were killing it, we're gonna kill it. And I think that it happens in college too when you have like the, what was it, UT just shut out Colorado State or whatever. Like I think that's bad because it's like a cakewalk game, and then now you're like you have false confidence. I think going in, and also you haven't seen real competition. Yeah. So I think that's kind of like the perfect storm of having a good preseason lends itself to having a bad season, or at least a rough start to the season. Yeah.
Yeah, that makes complete sense. A lot of it does. I never analyzed it that much. I always just analyze it as like these games don't mean shit. But in that analysis, I completely fucking swept that idea under the rug. Even though the games don't mean shit, you're still, I don't know. It's just trying to make cuts.
Build your team. You're using those games to build your team.
Trying to get good looks the entire time. The best look you can get.
And so I guess it all depends on like the staff making the right decisions off what they see. Yeah. But it's also it's like one of those. It's like how do we base a decision off playing second, third string guys? But that's why they're the professionals and they get paid to do it, not me.
So for Steelers, it was Steelers versus Lions in Detroit. They lost it 24-17. Wilson came out first fucking drive, scores a touchdown. They pull him, and then Fields I think goes out for a drive or two. No, he only went out for each one of them went out for one drive. Scores a touchdown, gets pulled, and then they threw in their third string. I forget what Allen. I don't remember where's it at? Kyle Allen. I thought he looked kind of pretty nice the entire season or the entire preseason, but that's the main guy that they were showing off was this Kyle Allen guy. And I know there was another like receiver, or I guess they cut his ass. Yeah, they cut him. His name was Ward, and he was another running back, but they don't have him on here right now. It's Cordell Patterson is their third.
Oh yeah, he came from the Falcons, I believe. Yeah, he's shown some good stuff, but also like he's really inconsistent.
Yeah. So that's just like what to watch out, or what I noticed from fucking Steelers versus Lions. And I don't know. I'm ready for week one. Once I can see what's going on the field on week one, fucking understand what's good, what's bad. It's going to be in plain sight because it's going to be fucking right then and there. And then we'll see what patterns and what trends start to go for week two and whatnot. But let's talk about week number one. We've been, I don't know how long we've been going on here, but I think we're going to like wrap up soon because we want to keep these short, just talk about a little information. We probably got about like 10 more minutes on the clock. So week one, Texans versus Colts in Indianapolis. Here's what I want. Give me your take, and every week, if you're down, I'd like to do our score predictions and see. I don't do this, so I'm just gonna go in and try, and we'll see how it goes throughout the week. But let me know on that. What's your takeaway? What are you thinking about for week one? Again, Texans versus Colts in Indianapolis.
I think so. Wild prediction. I think there's going to be a blocked extra point.
Okay. I love those. Those hype me the fuck up.
I think it's going to be 16. I think they're going to get a blocked extra point. They're going to have to go for a field goal. So I think it's going to be 16 points.
Okay.
The Colts are going to put up 16. I think the Texans are going to win. I'm always going to pick the Texans to win.
Sure. Sure.
But I think the Texans are going to win. I think it's going to be 21-16.
Okay.
21-16. Final answer.
All right. I'll write that in. 21-16.
Yeah, 21-16 Texans.
Two.
And I think Anthony Richardson's going to look like shit. And I think our defense is going to look great. I think one of those touchdowns is going to be a defensive touchdown for sure.
That's good.
Pick.
That's good. Not bad. All right.
So are we both playing at noon, the Texans and
I'm almost positive. Yeah. Let me see, which I hate because, I love the sun. I love that, but it's my favorite time to watch. But I got the fucking radio, man, and I don't. That's such a like sweet spot to like give up, and it's such an easy spot. But 6 months of the year, I'm gonna take my computer in there. I'm gonna be streaming for sure. This comes first for me. But yeah, they're both.
You could bump it up to 11. You could be like, hey, let me get the 11 o'clock. But
yeah.
Noon is good because that's right when I wake up on Sundays. So I usually wake up and I throw the radio show on when I'm in bed, and then I'll get up and start my Sunday morning.
Shout out to you, appreciate it for sure.
Yeah.
What was it? So the Steelers game's on Fox, and the Houston game is on CBS. Let's break this down real quick. Who's your preferred network to watch? Or have them like show shit. I don't fuck with Fox at all. I don't like their shit.
Yeah, me either. Fox sucks with that robot and everything.
Yeah, fuck that robot, dude.
But no, I think I'd go CBS. CBS is probably my favorite.
Definitely. And then ABC.
I don't even know, but I watch so much Red Zone that I don't even know who the announcers are for the different channels.
Yeah, they're so weird.
The announcers are channel specific, right? It's not like baseball.
Yes and no, because they got their like number one teams, and then those go to the primetime games, and then everybody else is their lesser like batch of dudes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that.
And I know that like the Amazon has their guys. I actually kind of like Amazon, like watching the games on Prime or whatever. It's always Thursday. I think it's only Thursday night games.
Yeah, I think so. Yes,
they got,
yes.
Like, I feel like I might be like, because I usually stream unless it's an Amazon Prime game, but like I feel like the definition is better. Like they have really good cameras. They have really different camera angles.
Yeah.
And I remember when I was working for the Texans on the Amazon game, they have a lot more rigged up cameras, like up high cameras, like triple the amount of a normal game. So you get a lot more angles, you get a lot more like high def, and then also I think they have like Greg Olson. No, is it Greg? Oh, who's that guy? No, this is the old. They have Fitzpatrick. They have Fitzpatrick on their team, and I love that guy. I think he's still on.
Hopefully he's coming back. Hopefully he comes back. Yeah, the Thursday game always gets like good and bad reps for me. I don't like when Steelers play on Thursday, just because it's like super early in the week. And I feel like those Thursday games are like, do you remember when wrestling used to show like Sunday? They used to show shit on Sunday. To me, that was never like anything good. like the heat of their shit.
Monday night was a good one. Yeah.
And I feel that's the same.
And Friday, I think, was a good one. I don't remember. I haven't watched wrestling since 1999.
Yeah. But I think their Thursday night games are nothing like special. It's like whatever we got for you. And I think that's always been my biggest takeaway, that they're not the best games, unfortunately.
But that's why I like it when the Texans are on there. You know, I think we had one 2 years ago, maybe. But also, well, until recent years, Thursday night games the only time Texans aren't playing at noon. So it's cool to be like, oh, sick, we play like at nighttime. It's cool to see them play at nighttime.
I can agree with that because they're only night games. So that's the one benefit for that. Night games are definitely dope, and so you get some shit to do in the evening. I think I like Sunday night games the most. I have a love-hate relationship with Monday nights. It's prime time, but then again, it's like, fuck, it's so late. They don't start till like 7 or some shit like that. But then it's the same shit on Sunday. It's cool to fucking like stay up all day and then fucking get that final, like, here's Sunday night, baby. I kind of like that the most. I do. So for me, it's Sunday night games are my favorite. Sunday noon games are my second favorite. Monday night games, third favorite. Thursday night games, fourth favorite. It's a close tie between
3 p.m. Sunday 3 p.m. last.
I kind of forgot all of those. Like,
that's the shittiest one to me. For me, that's last. Like, that's like nobody's watching that shit. Like, you watch the early slate. Well, I'm going off Red Zone, so I watched the early slate, and they're like in this real exciting part of the early games when the 3:00 games start. So you're seeing this overlap of like boring beginning of the game action and exciting end of the game action. And then the exciting stuff's over, and then you're in some boring middle part of the 3 p.m. games, and it's like, all right, I think I'm about to take a nap, dude. And then for me, that's nap time. I never watch the end of the 3 p.m. games, and then I wake up, make dinner, watch the night game.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, Sunday night games rule. What's your favorite? So you like CBS, or you had another favorite?
The Sunday for noon games, CBS, and then for Sunday night game, it's only NBC, right? I'm
not sure.
Yeah, it's only NBC. I like their visuals, and it used to be Al Michaels and Chris Collinsworth, but I don't like Chris Collinsworth at all. I fucking hate Chris Collinsworth. No, I don't think so. I do not. And
Joe Buck and Chris Collinsworth, I'll mute my TV.
Joe Buck too. Fuck Joe Buck. I don't like Joe Buck at all.
Joe Buck more so. Yeah. I can't stand him. I don't think anybody in Houston likes Joe Buck after the Astros stuff.
Yeah, I don't like him at all. I'm like, dude, you're only here because your dad.
He doesn't even need to be. Yeah, he doesn't need to be announcing anything. Dude. Yeah, I like old players. I like ex-players almost exclusively.
Yeah,
as my announcers, like Tony Romo kills it.
Yeah,
Greg Olson kills it. Fitzpatrick obviously kills it.
I try my.
I don't think.
Go for it.
I don't think there's any baseball announcers that didn't play baseball.
Yeah.
Like at some point,
yeah.
You know, they're like
I think so.
You never heard of, but yeah, they played baseball.
Of course, I like catching the stream that has the Steelers like dudes in the box, because I forget it's Charlie Batch is one of the callers, and he's ex-player. Shout out to one of the best fucking backup QBs to ever be to put the black and gold on, and then. The other guy is just their house guy, but he's really fucking good. They commentate both very, very well. Not like a rookie commentator or something like that, some random guy they got up there. But kind of got away from it. So I was thinking about this today. I was like, are they going to put up fucking 4? And I was like, I don't know. I'd like for them to put up 4. So, but I don't know if I see it happening. But the thing is, with these first 2 games, they're big fucking redemption games because it's Steelers versus Atlanta, which that's where new offensive coordinator comes from. And then game 2 is fucking, and they're both away. Game 2 is Steelers versus Broncos. That's fucking Russell Wilson previous territory. So they're big shit.
That's got to be primetime, right? That's primetime, right?
I think so. I don't have that schedule popped up. Let me check it out. Let's see. Week 2. What time is that one at? I would hope, but I I think that's at noon. No, that's your favorite, 3:25.
Hell yeah, dude. I'm gonna be sleeping for that one.
Yeah, that one's there right there. So those are both big games. I'm glad I get to catch that one. So I think my prediction on that one, I want to do, fuck. I'm gonna do 21-17. Yeah,
Steelers winning.
Yeah, for sure. It's always for me too. It's always
that's right. Yeah, both our predictions are always gonna be.
Yeah, it's never not gonna be that. But that's why we are the fucking who we are. All right, man. Well, shit. You got any other takeaways for this week coming up? I'm looking forward to it. I'm excited about this. I don't know if I'm gonna drop. I'm thinking I'd like to drop this Sunday at 11.
That works. Yeah.
Because it's I think that's, or they come on at 10 or 11. I don't know. Like the pregame bullshit. I think it comes, one comes on at 10, one comes on at 11. I might drop it at 10. I'm not sure. But I'm thinking that's what I'll do, is drop it on Sunday a couple of hours before the games.
Dude, and I think speaking for myself, I think these episodes are going to get really, really good once the season starts. We're going to have a lot more insight, a lot more. Yeah, I haven't paid any attention to preseason. If I was like more locked in, I'd have predictions out the ass. But yeah, once the season starts too, I'll already know what the next. I'll be really locked into what the next matchup's going to be. Yeah, and playing fantasy, I'll have a lot more.
Yeah, insight on the players.
Yeah, it's going to be good. It's going to be good.
All right, man. Well, shit.
So, folks, stick around as the season goes on. It's going to get out. We're going to have some high-level football talk.
Can't wait. I can't wait. Well, shit, if you want to throw out any of your fucking calls, throw out any of your tags, tell people where to catch you, I'll drop that information, as always, in the description. And then...
just Instagram at HowIDougie. That's almost all I use.
Yeah.
And, my band has a show. I'll plug it on the next one.
All right.
I can play him on the next one.
Sounds good. Well, shit, man. Fucking good luck on Sunday. I'm not saying I'm turning into a Texans fan, but I'm like, wish the best always. Just out of respect for you, you know what I'm saying? So I'm going to try and catch, but I'm going to be fucking locked into the fucking Steelers game all day long. I can't wait. The new beer of the season is coming through with the fucking... What is it? Grand prize. I'm already locked in. Like,
man, I've been going back to lawnmower, dude. The OG.
Yeah, when's
the last time you had a lawnmower?
Probably this summer. But I've just been locked. I love them. I like them a lot. But I haven't drunk anything aside from that Native Texan Light and Grand Prize, just because they're 100 cows, and I can fucking crush 6 of them, and I'm good the next day. If I crush fucking 6 or 8 art cars, it's fucking over, dude. It's over. And like, just health wise too, it's like, dude, I could put back 10 of these motherfuckers and only be in 1,000 calories. Let's go. That's it.
That's not bad.
No, it's not.
When you put it that way, I need 10 grand prizes.
Yeah. And you're not fucking totally shit-faced and ripped by the fucking beginning of the 4th. That's how the art cars used to tear me the fuck down. Especially if I put back 6 before the 3rd.
Oh, you're done.
Yeah.
I don't know how you do that, dude. With art cars, I'm like a 3 a day on art cars. I have to space them out, and like, if I have just one, it's nap. It's a nap time.
Yeah. I miss them. 2, I miss the way they taste. They taste so good.
Yeah. Yeah, you go look into some session IPAs. I don't think St. Arnold makes one, but Founders All Day IPA.
All right.
That'll scratch the itch. Yeah, it's a low ABV IPA.
Yeah. I know 512 Brewing makes one, and I'm almost positive Austin Beer Works makes one. But those light beers are just... in craft, I don't fuck with anything other, like any other light beer. That Native Texan Light, I fuck with it Austin-based. The fucking Grand Prize, fuck with it heavy, fucking St. Arnold-based. And
dude, we got to do a live pod at St. Arnold. Get sponsored.
I think that would be fucking dope.
Might as well, dude. I mean... yeah. We're plugging them enough. I think we've talked about St. Arnold
every fucking time, dude. I know, it's crazy. I don't know. I gotta send some fucking tapes down or something like that. Some links. All right, man. Well, shit. Hit me up soon. We'll schedule the next one at the fucking your best. Like I said, I don't get off of work till at home until like 5 every day, so that's going to be a struggle. But I'm
It'll probably have to
open.
be like a day I'm off, or before work on a weekend.
I'm open Saturdays, but if we want to get it dropped before the game on Sunday, we'll just have to see what's up. So I'll take a look at the calendar. You let me know what's a good day for you next time. And this time next week, we'll be fucking talking about week 1 of the NFL, analysis, takeaways, and then we'll be looking into week 2. It's going to be good. I like it. Hell yeah, man.
Dude.
All right. Appreciate you. Hit you up next time.
All right. For sure. Have a good one.
All right. Peace. Well, freaks and geeks, that's all she wrote. Once again, I want to thank Douglas Haseman for signing up, buckling in, getting ready for this beautiful 2024-2025 NFL season that we got kicking off today, September the 8th. Remember, new episodes of the podcast. This one's changed up since this is a strictly NFL little segment, NFL show. We are going with Sunday releases every Sunday at 10 a.m. Now check it out. Do me a favor. Go subscribe to the Doctor's Orders podcast on whichever platform that you prefer. Okay? We're on it. We're out there, Jerry, and we're loving every minute of it. We're on every possible fucking podcast providing platform that you can envision, including YouTube. Make sure you leave a comment and rate the podcast. Let's get these numbers going. We got a big like 18-week journey ahead of us on football talk. So get ready. Hit up the podcast hotline and drop a question that you may have. Maybe you got some football questions that we could talk about. Hit us up, 512-900-9226. Again, 512-900-9226. You can also text that number, Freaks and Geeks. Hit us up. Also, be sure, again, follow us on Instagram and tell a freak or a geek that you know about the podcast. It's new. Can't wait. Good luck to all the football fans out there. Enjoy it. It's a beautiful thing. I am ready for Sunday at noon. Remember, the Doctor's Orders podcast is a Life or Dead Studios production. Freaks and Geeks, until next time, we'll see you on the next one. Don't be late.